Good evening to those who listen. It's October 31st, 2020, 10:44 p.m. And this is the story of what happened to me 38 years ago, exactly on Halloween 1982, and how God saved my life. So back in October 30th of 1982, I was 15 years old, and I was going out with this girl that lived in Illinois, and I lived in Iowa, so it was across the river. It wasn't too far away, but it was like 20 miles away, something like that. And somehow I met her through church, and she had another church that was over in Illinois, and she invited me to go to a few of the functions, and then she invited me to go to this sleepover where the church had a sleepover. Obviously, I wasn't sleeping with her. They separated the boys and the girls. But they had a big sleepover, and then the next morning they made a big pancake breakfast. And I remember there was bacon too. But it was a big pancake, all you could eat, pancakes, and, for everybody that stayed overnight. So after that, the next day, after we ate breakfast, my girlfriend's brother gave us a ride home. Gave me a ride home. And I lived way out in Buffalo, Iowa, and that was way over in Illinois, so it was probably like 30 miles away altogether that he had to drive. And he was tired, and we were tired. We just ate food. So on the way home, he was taking me home, because I couldn't drive because I was only 15 back then, just a few months before I got my license. But anyway, on the way home, I remember the song on the radio. The DJ said, "This is the brand new song, first released," like it was one of those premiere things on the radio, and new song by Hall and Oates, Maneater. So it was the very first time I got to hear Maneater. And then, after the song was over, I was dozing off, and so was the girlfriend. She was dozing off. And when I was sleeping, I had this vision that the driver, the brother of the girlfriend, he fell asleep and was driving off the road. And I immediately woke up, and the car was actually going into the ditch. And I grabbed the wheel and I jerked it back on the road. So within the dream, that's what happened. It was just a really quick thing. Like, I was dreaming that he fell asleep and then went off the road into the ditch, or was going off the road into the ditch. And I immediately woke up, and that's what was happening. And he says, if I wouldn't have done that, we would have went into the ditch, and who knows what could have happened. I don't think we would have died, but it would have been an accident, and it could have been bad because there was this big ditch in the middle of both sides of the highway. So anyway, that's what happened. And then I guess later that night I went out trick-or-treating. It's weird. I don't know. I was 15, so I probably didn't. No, the last year I went was 14. So yeah, I didn't even do that. So wow. But anyway, that's it. I just remembered it. It was really weird. I don't even know how I started thinking about all this, but I thought about Maneater, and I decided to look it up to see when it came out. And I thought it was beginning of November, somewhere in November that it came out, but it actually came out on October 31st, which made me really think about everything. And then, I discovered it, late yesterday, which was actually early this morning. So it was on October 31st that I found out that the song was out on the 31st, and that was when God saved my life. So I thought it was appropriate to throw that out there and to go ahead and give out that little testimony and praise and thanks to God from 38 years ago to the day that he saved my life. Thank you, Lord. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.